All right, guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about the iPhone 4S. So this device right here is my personal device. So actually, this is what I had back in 9th, 10th grade of high school. So I actually got this in 2012, June of 2012 to be exact. And I'll get into what happened here in a little bit. So this phone actually does not turn on. So yeah, I previously removed the screws, so that's why this thing's gonna be real easy to open. If you notice right here, it's missing the two screws where the battery connector would normally have to be screwed in. So what ended up happening is I was going to do a battery replacement because the battery was slightly degraded on this one. I remember it would die really quickly. It wouldn't even last me through the whole day, I think, through the whole school day. So I ordered a new battery on Amazon, I believe is where I got it from. Amazon or eBay, I forgot, one of the two. Whenever I unscrewed the battery connector actually came loose from the motherboard and stayed attached to the connector. So the socket is actually what came up. And if you notice too, the pads that it was supposed to be soldered onto, that they're actually gone, and I think you can actually see those right there on top of the connector. I'm sure it is possible, but it's just not worth the effort to try to get this back in working order. So the reason I'm making this video today is because recently I was cleaning out my closet and I came across this iPhone, which I had completely forgot about. So surprisingly, it still turns on. Like, the only way it turns on is if you have it plugged into power. It doesn't just want power from the computer. Like, you have to find a 5-watt charger or power adapter for you to plug it into. That was the only way I was able to get it to turn on. So it does take like a minute or two for it to boot up. So I'll show you what this one does. So this one's actually kind of stuck in 2014, January of 2014, closer to December, I would say, because as you'll see some of the dates, I try to go over some dates on here to kind of get an idea as to when this happened. But on here it's saying December 31, 2013. So yeah, this is what, like a little bit over 10 years ago. So I actually have not been able to do anything with it. So if I plug it into a computer, as I was telling you, it just refuses to boot up. So it doesn't do anything. So I wasn't able to get any of the data out of here. Which is kind of cool because as you'll see, everything is kind of stuck, like just frozen in time because nothing can happen, because it can't connect to the internet. It can't do anything, as you'll see here. Now, since this is a personal device, it is going to have a lot of personal stuff. So I am going to have to blur out a couple things just to keep myself from getting doxxed or doxing somebody else by accident. You know what I mean? I would hate for that to happen. So I'm just going to blur everything. Even if it's something minor that I feel like it's minor, I'll go ahead and blur it out. Unfortunately, it's just the way these things go, you know. But I still wanted to show you some other things, of course, that's not personal. So yeah, so this is running, it looks like 7.0.4. And then it was on the Sprint network when I had it, which was it was locked to Sprint. So yeah, Sprint doesn't exist anymore. Well, I guess it does. It got merged with T-Mobile. So part of the reason why it's stuck like this is because it doesn't connect to anything. As I was telling you, it doesn't connect to Wi-Fi. If you notice right now, it's actually grayed out, as well as Bluetooth. Bluetooth just doesn't find anything. It tries to discover it, but it doesn't do anything. And then we'll go through some of the apps that I have on here because I honestly did not remember which apps I had on here. So yeah, I guess we can start with calendar. It's showing that it's the date. It says it's showing 2014, but I think it's December 31st, 2014. Yeah, and then there it goes. So you'll see this is a constant problem with it, is that I don't know if it overheats or what happens to it, but it constantly restarts after being plugged in for a while. It just kind of self-destructs on itself and then it reboots. Okay, now that I finally booted up, let's look at some of the apps here, some third-party apps that I had. Now keep in mind, I was 15, I think, at this time, whenever this happened. So let's start with Twitter. We'll see what I can show you from here. Yeah, back when it was still Twitter. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll through the timeline. But yeah, this was pretty much what their tweets were back in 2014, 2013. Let's see what was trending 10 years ago. Nothing too interesting. I just yeah, I don't want to fall into the politics trap. I'll say that. All right, let's exit out of that. And then after Twitter, we have Instagram. So yeah, this is Instagram in 2014. And this is what it looked like when you actually wanted to upload like a picture. I'm surprised it works, actually. I didn't think the camera worked. Yep, and I was trying to go home and it just died again. Okay, so after 2 minutes, it's back on. Let's check out the next app. So after Instagram, we have Facebook. Yeah, and Facebook, it doesn't look like anything loaded. It just says no internet connection. I just like click through the tabs to see what other things we can find. Oh yeah, and if you tap on a person's like on their chat, it was like the chat bubbles, which is actually what inspired the Facebook phone, right? That's what kind of the main selling feature was. So they had it on iOS too, but it just worked within the Facebook app. Yeah, after Facebook, we had text now. So I don't recall why I had text now, because I was able to text just fine through the messages app. So I can't honestly say I remember why I had this app. I just remember it being really popular. Now, 12 days of gifts, for the life of me, I cannot remember what this app is. This is just a shot in the dark, but I want to say that this, I think, was they had like specials on apps. This is get a new gift every day, but I don't know what it's referring to. And then I also had the Google app. So this was just plain Google search app. And then I also had a dog whistle app. I mean, who didn't have one of these, you know? I feel like everyone, for some reason, had this app installed on their iPhone/iPod, or was that just a me thing? Because I remember a couple of my friends had this, like, we just had this app for some reason. But yeah, this phone in particular the speakers don't work either. And then Amazon, this was just like the plain Amazon app. And also I had the dictionary app for some reason. And then iFunny, that was one of those apps where it's just a time waster app. You would just go in there to like look at funny pictures / videos, whatever, GIFs. Is it GIFs or GIFs? GIFs, right? Whatever. What do you guys say? GIFs or GIFs? And then YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, nothing. It's pretty boring. I know there's tweaks you can get now to kind of fix it on Cydia if you still are into jailbreaking. Yeah, and I also had RS13. I don't know what this one is, so let's go ahead and open it. So Real Soccer 2013. It's a Game Loft. Yeah, they were pretty big back in the day. I think I've talked about some of their games actually in one of my other videos, I think. All right, so next, wow, Walmart. Yeah, Walmart, I don't think Walmart had anything saved either. It was all pretty just standard. And then I also had Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. So this one I thought was pretty cool because this was like the full console game running on an iPhone, which I thought at the time was like really amazing because we weren't used to seeing that kind of stuff. I also had another folder labeled stuff. Nothing really of important like value here. There's a whole bunch of jailbroken stuff, and also I wanted to hide Cydia, so that's why you see it on the second page. So my idea was actually to take it to the Apple Store to get it fixed, and I just did this in case the Apple Store employee found out that it was jailbroken. I don't know, and they're just gonna refuse service or something. So I was like, oh, if I put it here, they wouldn't see it. But I never went through with that. I just ended up just saying, screw it. But yeah, this folder is just nothing but like a whole bunch of jailbroken apps. My 3G that just crashes immediately. That was another Cydia app. I never found out what that did. I don't remember. I want to say give you hotspot. At least that's what I thought it did. But yeah, it just never worked. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it without going into all the personal stuff. But yeah, it's kind of cool just finding this phone, seeing it kind of just being stuck. And, as time kind of phones evolve, they update and all that. I think eventually the iPhone 4S ended up getting like all the way to iOS 10. I think that was the last one that it supported. It's kind of cool seeing this one on 7 and kind of just stuck there. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna do it for this one. This is just my story on my iPhone 4S and pretty much what happened to it. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Always much appreciated. And I will catch you guys on the next one.